I can't remember if I said a prayer or a curse, but the ground was coming at me like some mean old lady's purse. I knew however much it hurt, getting up would hurt me worse, but it would make me wiser if it did not kill me first. Flying and falling and flying again. If you're a whooping crane or a jet airplane or just a leaf blown by the wind, from the time you're brought into this world till the day you reach the end, it's all flying and falling and flying again. Now the passers-by who gathered round said it didn't look too good, that the fall would probably kill me. I was wishing that it would. They all pitched in and carried me straight to intensive care, but all that I could think about was getting back up in the air. Flying and falling and flying again. If you're a whooping crane or a jet airplane or just a leaf blown by the wind, from the time you're brought into this world till the day you reach the end, it's all flying and falling and flying again. Now to chart the safest course through life is no kind of life at all. You gotta take the chance even though you might be terrified to fall, to see this planet's curvature and be sure the world is round. Just gliding for a moment is worth colliding with the ground. Flying and falling and flying again. If you're a whooping crane or a jet airplane or just a leaf blown by the wind, from the time you're brought into this world till the day you reach the end, it's all flying and falling and flying again. Flying and falling and flying.
So that's a track called Flying and Falling from Leigh and McKay, and the guys join us now in the studio. Noel and Brennan, welcome. Noel, tell us about the song, the backstory to that.
Well, this song is one that I wrote with my good friend and mentor, Guy Clark, who was a famous and very revered songwriter in the States. And it was about an incident that took place when he was working on his mailbox and ended up in the emergency room. He got sick. He was diagnosed with cancer in 2006 and passed away 2 years ago in May. I realized after Guy passed away that the song was really kind of about just sort of a fight to live, his will to live and his passion for living, which was significant. So it's a song I'm very proud to have co-written with him.
Excellent. Okay, now Brennan, you've played Ireland before, but this is your first time in Belfast, isn't it?
We've never been here before. Very excited to be in Belfast.
What do you think of the Irish audiences here?
Oh, they're warm, they're witty. Irish audiences are intelligent, and there's a love for poetry here, which we appreciate very much as songwriters.
Now, we were talking about Titanic earlier on before we came on air there, and Noel, you were saying you found some ancestors who are actually on the Titanic, didn't you?
I did. I found a distant relative. A couple of years ago, we went up to Strathnaver in the north of Scotland, where the McKays immigrated to the United States from, and I found a gravestone from a young man named John McKay, who was my relative, and he died on the Titanic. He was 20 years old.
All right, okay. So Brendan, are you guys promoting an album at the minute?
We've got several albums to promote that are coming up. Noel's got an album he's got in the can, almost finished. We're with a to-be-announced release date. Same here. I've got a record that is being produced by Robbie Fulks in Chicago. That's also to-be-announced release date. And we have a record together that's coming out on Vauxhall Records in Nashville, and that's coming out this fall.
So how did the two of you begin collaborating together?
Noel and I have been playing music together about 10 years. We met way back when I first moved to Texas around 2002 and sort of knew each other through the music scene. And then about 10 years ago, we started writing songs together and shortly after touring together and performing.
So growing up, who would have been your big music influences?
Well, the first record that I bought was a Willie Nelson record. It was Red-Headed Stranger, and there was a grocery store that sold records, and that's where you could find me while my parents were shopping. Who else? Harry Nilsson, who's not a country singer, but he was a big influence on me, and lots of songwriters. So.
And Brendan, what about you? Do you remember the first time you discovered music and hearing something and going, wow, that's amazing?
My family was musical, so my parents were always sitting around picking, singing. They had a lot of records. They had Buddy Holly records, Emmylou Harris records, Everly Brothers records. I think the first record I bought was Elvis, some Elvis Golden Hits thing, and then I also had, and they thought this was funny over when we were touring England, Herman's Hermits.
Wow.
but I really came to country music when I was maybe 13 or 14, and I never went back. I love country music.
Great. So once you finish in Ireland, what's next for you?
Back to the States to work on the release of these records that Brennan was talking about.
Yeah.
And doing the shows that we have booked there.
Okay, so if people want to get more information on when they can get their hands on that record, how do they do that?
They can go to noelandbrennan.com. Or they can go to brennanlee.net or noelmckay.com.
Brilliant. Okay, before you go, will you do one more song for us?
Happy to.
What are you going to do this time?
We're going to do a song I wrote called The John Deere H. It's a song about my father's first time driving a tractor. And I heard enough stories from him about his growing up on the farm in North Dakota to get sort of a fascination for it. And this story in particular always reached me. And it's about he's a young kid and his first time being allowed to drive the tractor solo. And it was a small, low horsepower John Deere H model tractor.
All right, let's hear it then. Here is John Deere H.
That old engine crank again in all its glory. It's a faded memory that I go back to now and then. I'd give my right arm to be on that farm with the John Deere H again. The John Deere H was a row crop tractor, ours was a 43. And I was still too young to drive, but I knew she was made for me. It'd be like heaven to start her up until that stubborn ground. But I'd climb up on the metal seat and make up my own tractor sounds. The H was made in a factory down in Waterloo, but my dad secondhand for some folks that we knew. She wasn't sleek and she wasn't fast, took a while to get her going, but she beat a horse in a handheld plow for cutting hay and hoeing. And then to my surprise he said one night, boy, it's time you got to learn it. And he showed me how to check the spark and set that flywheel turning. I was only 8 years old, I had to stand to reach the pedals. But I was so proud you'd have thought that I just won some kind of medal. turned brown. She cut alfalfa with a sickle mower, the sweet smell filled the sky. And in dreams at night we'd still be working the John Deere H and I. Well, that old machine was a farm kid's dream, none like her before or after. But we let her go in hopes of knowing so-called greener pastures. Though I've been around the world, my life's the envy of most men. I'd give my right hand for that piece of land in the John